IHS, advancing decisions that advance the world.
The North Sea has traditionally been a very active oil and gas exploration and production region. In fact, it is one of the world's key non-OPEC oil and gas production regions. But since 2000-2001, oil and gas production has been in decline there. And this is a situation that has ultimately changed the competitive environment there. It has brought about a wider variety of players in the North Sea from an area that was previously dominated by the large super majors, the Chevrons, ExxonMobils of the world, BPs, sees now also a lot of smaller players, independent players that are finding good profits in recovering the remaining resources in the area. The UK picture is a difficult one at the moment. The UK is one of the biggest players in the North Sea and has been very encouraging of enhanced recovery in its sector. It has been supporting smaller players through special licensing types and field allowances, tax relief. Unfortunately, recently the UK introduced tax changes in the 2011 budget that will be quite detrimental to further exploration and production in the North Sea in the UK sector, because effectively this legislation could bring up the marginal tax rate to 62% from 50% previously, which a lot of players in the area have criticized and complained about, complained with the government about, and have already reconsidered investment there. Another major player in the North Sea is Norway on the other side. Norway has traditionally been less attractive to a wider range of players simply because of its fiscal terms. The marginal tax rate is quite high at 78%, even though the fiscal environment is relatively stable. And the government involvement in Norway is relatively high, which has also deterred some investment over the years, even though investment levels also in Norway are quite high. Recently, a major find in the Norwegian Barents Sea, which is the Arctic waters surrounding Norway in the north, has very much sparked enthusiasm for further development of the region, because so far companies have had a hard time cracking the code of that region, and the new Skrugard find is very encouraging. The major player in the Norwegian North Sea and Barents Sea is Statoil, the partially state-controlled oil and gas company. Statoil is leading the development in Norway. In the UK, we have other big players like BP, ExxonMobil. Chevron has a big development just west of the Shetland Islands, also in very deep waters. So a lot of very exciting developments are expected there in the Atlantic margin region and in Arctic waters, but probably further out in the medium term in 5 to 10 years.
IHS, advancing decisions that advance the world.